Moving on from question 9 of section 2, the first logical reasoning section of LSAT PrepTest 141, which can be found for free over at lawhub.lsac.org. We've got a highlight tool ready to go, and we're going to read the question stem first to identify the task. 10's stem reads, the conclusion of the actor's argument can be properly drawn if which one of the following is assumed. So conclusion, drawn, if which is assumed. So we're just looking to identify an assumption. We're going to read the actor's statements, we're going to highlight the conclusion, and see if we can come up with a broad prediction. But if we've got relatively dense language on the left, we may just go to the answer choices first. So, actor states, Bertolt Brecht's plays are not genuinely successful dramas. The roles in Brecht's plays express such incongruous motives and beliefs that audiences, as well as the actors playing the roles, invariably find it difficult at best to discern any of the characters' personalities. But for a play to succeed as a drama, audiences must care what happens to at least some of its characters. Okay, so hopefully we can recognize that the opening statement is the conclusion, and everything after that is intended to support that statement. And there is a term shift that if we're careful and we're diligent, we can underline to help focus us on the relevant variables in this argument. So we know that for a play to succeed, audiences must care what happens to characters. But here in the second sentence, the first piece of evidence, we learn that it's difficult to discern the characters' personalities. So we should have kind of a mental prediction, ideally, of, well, we've got to connect this idea that audiences care about the characters to being difficult to understand the characters' personalities. So we just have that in mind, and again, you can use your little underline tool at your own discretion to see if that helps you track these kinds of term shifts. But we're going to go back to our highlight, and we're going to go through the answer choices looking for reasons to eliminate, or potentially to highlight exactly how this does address the term shift that we hopefully preemptively identified. Thank you for watching this LSAT explanation video. If you're enjoying the tips that it contains, please consider becoming a My Guru YouTube channel member if you haven't already done so. You'll get access to exclusive videos and early access to new LSAT explanation videos as they're produced as well. Additionally, you'll get access to speak with me and potentially discounts on live tutoring as well. So consider becoming a My Guru member today, but for now, let's get back to this explanation. An audience that cannot readily discern a character's personality will not take any interest in that character. Well, there we go. That seems pretty good. So if you've got that prediction up front, it can really expedite your evaluation of the answer choices. But for the purposes of this video, we will go through B through E just to make sure that they are each wrong for a defined reason. So then, a character's personality is determined primarily by the motives and beliefs of that character. Okay, so we're talking about these plays expressing incongruous motives and beliefs, but we don't care that the personality is determined primarily by those motives and beliefs. So again, subtle distinction. If we know that A is right, we're not going to break B down all that much, but we know that that primarily determined piece is just not at issue, determining whether Bertolt Brecht's plays are genuinely successful dramas. Next, choice C. The extent to which a play succeeds as a drama is directly proportional to the extent to which the play's audiences care about its characters. Well, no, it's not directly proportional. Like 80% means 80%. Absolutely not. C is just trying to throw technical terminology at you, but it is absolutely wrong. Then choice D. If the personalities of a play's characters are not readily discernible by the actors playing the roles, then those personalities are not readily discernible by the play's audience. Well, we are talking about personalities. We are talking about the actors and the audience. These are all relevant. But we need, again, to really carefully note qualifiers, quantifiers, descriptions. Readily discernible. we know it's difficult at best to discern, but does that mean readily discernible? I don't know what readily discernible is at all based on this paragraph. So again, specific terms allow us to eliminate choice D because we need additional information to tie it to that difficult at best to discern and how that relates to readily discernible, and that's how we can eliminate D definitively. And then choice E, all plays that, unlike Brecht plays, have characters with whom audiences empathize, succeed as dramas. Well, we don't care about the plays that aren't Brecht's plays. And furthermore, empathizing, you got to go a little bit, care what happens to doesn't necessarily mean I empathize either. So another subtle term shift. But of course, on this problem or similar ones in the future like it, you could go a lot faster when you've got that prediction and you've tracked those term shifts to select A while ago.